Easy running is buzzing and for a very good reason. I'm sure you've seen lots of people talk about easy running in blog posts and on social media. And more runners recently are realizing that easy running is the key to getting faster, going the distance, and reducing their injury risk. But I will say that easy running is often misunderstood. A lot of runners are worried that it's going to cause them to lose fitness, that they're being lazy, and that they're not running hard enough. When in reality, the opposite is true. Easy running is one of the most important skills that a long distance runner can master. Hi, my name is Emily. I'm a registered dietitian and a run and strength coach. And today we are going to be breaking down the science of easy effort running so you understand how it benefits your body, how to incorporate it to level up your fitness and your running performance. Let's first talk about a really common mistake that runners make, especially new runners. And I made this mistake as a new runner. The mistake is running all of your runs way too hard. Here are some signs of that. You feel drained after most of your runs. You feel like your legs always feel heavy during running. You struggle to hit faster paces on your speed workout days. You feel like you need to take extra recovery days and extra days off. And majority of your runs just feel hard. These are all signs that you're running all of your runs way too hard. Now, hard running can definitely increase the risk of burnout. I know that when I was a new runner, when every run felt so hard because I was running them way too hard, it made me not want to run. And honestly, it made me sort of burn out of running. Chronic fatigue and injury is also something that can take place when you're running all of your runs way too hard. There is a time and place for harder running or higher intensity running, but there's also a really important place for easy effort running. Telling you that easy running has its benefits, but don't just take it from me. Let's talk about the science and research behind easy running. Number one thing that I want to mention first before we dive into that is that easy running is based on effort and not pace. Too many runners get way too hung up on their pace during easy runs. Your pace can change from a day-to-day basis based on the elevation, based on the temperature, based on your stress levels, based on the weather and the training load. Like there are so many things that can impact pace. So during easy runnings, don't focus on pace. Focus on effort and how your body feels. Even if you don't feel it at first, easy running is causing really powerful benefits underneath the surface or underneath your hood. The first thing is that easy running helps to build your aerobic base. Now, I recently listened to a podcast and I really liked how this person was talking about how runners' aerobic base is like their aerobic engine. And I thought that was a really great way of thinking about it. Easy running strengthens your engine. It strengthens your cardiovascular system and it improves your body's ability to pump and deliver oxygen-rich blood to your working muscles. The second benefit easy running has on the body is it increases your capillary density. Now, what are capillaries? Capillaries are these tiny blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients to your muscles, and they also remove some waste products. So it supports the function of your muscles. Easy running increases the growth of those capillaries. How cool is that? And allows your muscles to work more efficiently during running. Easy running also increases the size and number of mitochondria. This might take you back to your, science days. And remember that those mitochondria are in your cells and they're referred to as like the powerhouse of your cells because they produce and generate energy. And the more and bigger mitochondria that your cells have essentially mean that your muscles can produce more energy more quickly. It also improves your body's ability to utilize fat for fuel. Now, during exercise, your body uses a mixture of carbohydrates and fat for fuel. Your exercise intensity determines what type of fuel your body is going to rely on more. High intensity exercise, like hard running, primarily depends on carbohydrates, while really low intensity exercise, like walking at a gingerly pace, really utilizes more fat for energy. This can help to improve your metabolic efficiency over time. Now, please, with that being said, please do not get the wrong idea. Cutting carbs out is not the goal. Science shows consistently, again and again, that carbohydrates are essential to fuel our workouts, our long runs, our hard workouts, and our performance on race day. So while easy running helps you become more efficient, carbs continue to be your most reliable fuel source during long distance running. And finally, easy running helps you be able to safely build up your mileage. Easy running makes it possible to gradually and safely build your mileage for long distances like half marathons, marathons. Easy running is less stressful to the body, to your muscles, to your joints, to your nervous system, and it reduces your risk of burnout and injury while laying the foundation for those harder workouts. So it helps you then build on top of your easy running. It helps you then be able to build in harder workouts and race pace workouts and race day efforts. And over time, these consistent lower stress miles is what's going to help build your endurance. It can support you in becoming a faster runner and make those higher intensity training days more possible and more doable. How do you run at easy effort? Again, I'm going to reemphasize this. Easy running is based on effort, not pace. So don't get hung up on your pace. When I go out and I do easy runs, I honestly don't even look at the pace on my watch. If it's a cold day, my watch is typically under my sleeve, and I honestly don't really pay attention to it. The goal is to let your body and how your body feels to guide your running and not your pace. One of the things that I like to educate my runners on and help them become more in tune with is something called rate of perceived exertion, or RPE. Now, this is on a scale of 0 to 10, and it can measure how hard a run feels. So for a lot of, especially my newer runners who are newer and working with me, I really want them to tune in and tap into that and get familiar with RPEs. For easy runs, your RPE should be around a 3 out of a 10. You should be able to hold a conversation. So if you are running with someone, you should be able to say several lines, several sentences without gasping for air. If you are alone, do the sing test. I like to try to sing a song, and if I can sing several lines of a song without gasping for air, I know that I'm in my easy effort. You can also use heart rate to guide your runs. The most accurate way to do this is with a chest strap, and a lot of chest straps can connect to your watch. But in order to use heart rate effectively, you first need to know your maximum heart rate, which is the maximum number of beats per minute your body can reach during all-out effort. The most accurate way to do this is through a lab-based stress test. A lot of runners don't have access to that or don't want to invest in something like that. So there are different formulas that we can use. Most of them are age-based formulas. To be honest with you, they're not my favorite. They're not that accurate, but they can serve as a rough starting point. Once you know your max heart rate, you can calculate your heart rate zones. I like to use Jack Daniel's formula to figure out my zones and my runner's zones if we know max heart rate. Now keep in mind that different things can affect your heart rate. Factors like elevation, stress that your body is experiencing, temperature, humidity. So you can use heart rate, but I always like to combine heart rate with RPEs. Here are some tips for easy running. Again, to not have you so focused on your pace, hide your watch under your sleeve. Avoid looking at it or change the screen so that you can't see pace on your watch face. Run by effort, not ego. Take walk breaks if you need to. When I first started learning about easy effort running and doing easy effort running, I needed to take some walk breaks, and that's okay. Walking doesn't make you less of a runner. If you need to take some walk breaks at first to help you stay within that easy effort zone that we want you to stay in, great. You can run with people who are slower than you to help slow you down. And remember that there's a purpose and intention to easy runs, right? This is training. You're putting that ego aside and you're not trying to prove fitness with every single run. So how much of your running should be at easy effort? A good rule of thumb that I like to use with runners is the 80-20 method. Keep 80% of your runs at easy effort while keeping the remaining 20% at a harder effort. So making the majority of your runs at easy effort not only will help you get all of those wonderful benefits we just chatted through, but also can help you push harder on those speed workout days. And it can also help you be able to get those long runs in without completely overtaxing your body. If you're a runner who hasn't done any sort of hard effort running or speed work, before you add in speed work, make sure that you are building that strong running foundation through easy effort running first. I recommend 6 to 8 weeks of easy running, doing it very consistently. So consistency is key. Some runners might need longer than 6 to 8 weeks. It kind of depends on the person, their experience, their fitness. And in addition to easy running, we want to add strength training into the mix as well. This is how we build a stronger, more resilient body that can handle more mileage down the road and can handle those high intensity efforts down the road as well. So make sure that you have that strong running foundation before you add in any sort of speed work. Like many runners, when I first started focusing on easy running, I struggled mentally with it. It is surprisingly difficult to slow down. You have to be really intentional with it. You have to really pull back and resist that urge to speed up. Patience is key. And if you struggle with easy running, remember your why. Remember all of the benefits, the intention behind easy running. You don't want to miss all of those wonderful benefits that will set you up so well with your future running. Another common thing that I sometimes fall into, and I'm sure many runners fall into, is the comparison trap. It's easy, right, to compare ourselves and our pace and where we're at in our running journey with other runners. I mean, apps that we constantly have access to, like Instagram and Strava, make it so easy for us to compare ourselves to others. But I want you to remind yourself that you're on your own journey. Everyone's journey looks so different. So focus on you and your running and don't get so caught up with what everyone else is doing. Lastly, I want to offer some tips for newer runners. So if you're a new runner watching this is for you. If you're new to running, welcome. I am so glad you're here. The running community just keeps growing, and we're honestly so lucky to have you. If you're just starting out, running at first might just feel hard all the time, and that's completely normal as a newer runner. Almost every new runner experiences that in the beginning. So it's okay if all of your runs feel hard when you're a newer runner. Here are some tips that I want to give you. The first is consistency. I know I mentioned that earlier, but consistency is so important. Keep showing up, keep getting out there to run. Your body will get stronger, your body will adapt, and your running will gradually feel easier over time. Be strategic with progression. So let's say you're a run walker and you're doing 30 seconds of running and 1 minute of walking, and you're alternating back and forth with those intervals. That might be great for 1 week, but then work on progressing and advancing that. Maybe the next week it's a 1 minute run, 1 minute walk. And then maybe the following week is a 1 minute and 30-second run and a 1 minute walk, and so on. So work on gradually increasing your running time and mileage over time, and do this slowly. A mistake that new runners often make is doing too much too soon, and it leads to burnout and injury. So take your time with this. Running will be there for you always. So be patient and be slow in your journey, especially when it comes to building your endurance. Now you know more about easy running and the benefits that it provides your body and how it can significantly positively impact your future miles. Slow down, trust the process, and let your easy miles do the work.